Yeah, it's I don't know. Again, it's EnVy's T sides I'm hoping to see something of. Devil played very well on the CT side previously. He found a little bit of comfort on this one. Actually, if we get the choice of side, did they go T or CT? I'm kind of hoping they go T, but I don't know if that's going to be the case in this. You know, my hopes and dreams aren't always met, and we'll have to wait and see. And maybe, yes, EnVy going T-side, nicely done. So it is regarded as one of those maps that can be T-sided. Some teams seem to take absolute stand against that and prove me wrong, but it is traditionally seen at the very top of this scene as a T-side map, just because it's very hard for CTs to get information. It's very hard to get the rotates in the right place at the right time, because it's such a long map to rotate through. Hence why you're going to see a bit of an all-in stack coming out from NaVi. 4 players towards B. And on the other side, Devil's going to be watching for the push out here to catch anyone trying to flank around the back. That may be Guardian eventually, but for now, that's beyond the point. It's about EnVy trying to get the information. Now, again, Happy, his position and drop on the T side is huge. He's one of those players that can go above and beyond here, and if he can get kills, which he does normally, it opens up so many possibilities. They can do great splits towards A, or really hit the B site hard and make it very hard for NaVi to deal with it. So again, no utility bought for EnVy here, so just Glocks with armor.
And it's about how many casualties are they going to sustain before they find out that NaVi have a lot of plays here. Now, they're actually rotating away from this B site, NaVi are, so this might actually allow EnVyUs in, because they took their sweet time and they waited until 1 minute left. Now they're going to push forward straight in towards Connector. KennyS opens it up, but there's Seized and Flamey combining very nicely as Flamey just tapping through the doorway. Going to cut EnVy down to 2, and C's going to try and finish the job, but he will fall, and EnVyUs feel like they can go to A, but Guardian lurks back on his A side, and he's going to catch Happy as he pushes towards him.
Guardian's so consistent at shots like that, it's almost sickening at times, but Devil's going to be left in this 1v3. And he doesn't expect where Edward is, which is going to make it harder. He might have an idea who's being pressured then, but might get the drop on Flamey here. He's going to come around, and Glock is pretty deadly at this sort of range, but not going to get the chance to use it. And Guardian, in the end, to be the one to shut it down. And I like the idea from EnVy to take that drop fight and just kind of stack it all through. You can do a really nice run through towards A from it. And it's where the Glocks generally come into their own. There's not that long-range battle coming out, but again, well met by NaVi. No messing around on that. Edward going to be playing with the Swag 7. Actually, pretty decent with it as well. I remember watching him before starting this game. He practices the quick route over towards the platform with it sometimes, and he will try and practice the jump straight up if he gets the front spawn on it. Not going to be the case this time.
No, EnVyUs already set up as well to press platform, and there's a smoke up, so Edward could get there in due time, but he hasn't rushed it. What we're looking at now is Devil and NBK combining now towards Underpass, and Guardian and Zeus towards Danger, just keeping them a little bit busy here now as well. So no full commitment to either side for NaVi, no stack as it were. And Edward will be waiting to be pushed here as well. It does have the Max 7 ready to go, and EnVyUs look like they're mobilizing in a few moments now. Edward will be the first to spot this out. Happy though, not sure if he wants to go for drop yet.
You've got so many flashes on the EnVy. I feel as though this almost has to be a set piece towards B, maybe. At this point, with 1 minute left, probably. But it's about the flashes coming over and them trying to get a bit of a trick off the back of it. They forced the molly out of Edward because of that one flash committed. So that's a worthwhile sort of trade out. Again, Edward going to be putting a little bit over himself. I wonder if he's going to try and take a shot here. Apex is just on the other side of this, but timing could be everything in this. If Edward looks away at the wrong time, he could be caught out, but he does get the initial shot. Going to get the follow-up as well. Just waiting ever so patiently to do such damage here, but the molly's going to cut off the reinforcements for EnVy, and they be mowed down by Guardian in drop, leaving just NBK in this, and NaVi keep a relatively clean round.
Minimal investment for Edward, and decent amount of gain as well. Sitting on 5,200, so he can buy himself in fairly comfortably here. And NaVi, a little bit of a slower start for EnVyUs. It almost seems like their timing is about 1 minute when they want to sort of pull the trigger, as it were. But Edward able to really slow them up as well. Even the first shot, not quite connecting the way he would have liked, and he overextended just a touch to get towards NBK. Great camera angle rush. I rate that out of 8, mate. And now again, same sort of split from NaVi we're seeing here. This time, though, EnVyUs a bit more focused towards Underpass, but Zeus is there with the Bison of all weapons, and he gets the spray down over towards Devil and Apex. They both fall, and NBK won't get anything as he tries to press out himself. Zeus with 3 as well. He shut down the A presence for EnVyUs. Just Happy in a 1v5.
Yeah, very nicely done. And I haven't seen a Bison in a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a nice skin on it, I guess. I can't think of many other good reasons you'd buy it over anything else, but okay. And the problem now being, EnVy will go rifles on this with full armor. And NaVi are going to stick on the SMGs for a little bit here. So you've got Edward on one, Zeus on the other. Zeus I don't mind so much if he's playing maybe drop or something, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. And there we go, Guardian's going to take a little bit of a peek through an Apex. What a shot! Just going to step out on that and swing him down. So stunning connection from Apex, remove the AWP away, and that's not really easily recovered by NaVi either. And Apex wants some more. He's going to be peeking in, but this player by Danger is going to see that nade.
EnVyUs had a real chance this round, actually. Greedily enough, NaVi haven't really upgraded from these weapons, and he can force that little AWP away as well. Safely at that with the smoke covering, so EnVyUs keep that one now, and it's going to go back to Kenny. Potentially dicey there as well if NaVi were going to interrupt that interesting little bit of logistics. Now it's a smoke for NBK just in front of a molly, thrown in by, let's say, Edward. NBK not too perturbed by this. He's going to continue to press forward as well. He can get himself behind the box, and now it's seized. He's going to go back around. He won't have a boost here.
And the problem being they have no one at drop right now for NaVi, so that split, if it comes through, is going to be an issue. And actually, C's going down already is not going to make it any easier, and Apex is having the round of his life. That's 3 important kills. 1, he opens up the game, gets the AWP for Kenny. 2, he takes himself over by B, and then does just the same thing. Zeus with his UMP is a mile out of place of being relevant. He may catch an exit, maybe 2 at absolute best, but this is pretty much done and dusted here. And again, credit to Envy, and credit to Apex more than anyone for such a big round.
That opening pick on Guardian as well was pretty incredible. Just one shot towards the noggin was all he needed, just a little bit quicker on the trigger. And NaVi being punished here as well. Obviously, you see they sat on those SMGs and the UMPs. Didn't want to press any further on that one here as well. I mean, yeah, they'll have the money, but a round that they maybe could have secured a bit easier. And
Zeus is looking for the AK. They're going to assume that they got the AWP
AWP, yep,
over towards Kenny, so he's looking to see if he could find the AK, and doesn't even matter. I think he saw it in the end, but it comes to nothing. NBK caught him, and there you have it. So Envy turning it around quite cleanly too. And if we see this Apex turning up, that's scary, because Envy seems to do well like when certain players really shine, and one of them is Apex. He can be so pivotal. It's terrifying to watch. But Guardian's going to have enough money, as do the rest of NaVi's, go back on the buy here. Those SMGs previously did pay off and then some. And Envy going for a really quick presence towards A. So a lot of players barreling in. Zeus completely white. Maybe a bit late on this smoke. Actually, Devil's already got the angle, and there's 3 players there. So a lot of pressure out to mount towards these 2 on long. One being Zeus, one being Flamey. Zeus goes down, and Kenny on a roll picks up 2. Zeus and Flamey fall, and that is complete control. Envy are trying to prove a point here.
NaVi Molotov was not enough to slow down Molly? Kenny S. And yeah, not sure. I think it was probably supposed to go a little bit further to balcony, but that Siege is going to just choose to pop out now, and he gets 2, not quite 3, as Kenny S is able to shut him down. And now Guardian, well, his position is known, but it does not matter. Kenny cannot get the pick against him now, and the bomb is on A, and Happy has to come toward Guardian. The bonus for Happy is that Guardian doesn't have the best of angles on him now, but Happy doesn't have any flashes to work with or anything like that as well, so he just needs to try and close the gap without showing himself. That's the tough part, with Guardian consistently checking, jumping up and trying to get a read on what's happening here. Ooh, a little bit dangerous for the man. Switches to an AK, but now he has it in hand, but the spray down is not going to be good enough, and Happy will be able to secure that one with just 7 points of health, and EnVyUs now biting back into this. NaVi have to save it.
Yeah, money's going to be pretty scarce, and maybe Guardian could drop a pistol or 2, but he might just want to keep the money to build up towards the AWP in the later couple of rounds, and yeah, he's going to just sit on the 5-7. It's perfectly fine. And for Envy, though, this is awesome. This is a great turn of events after what was such a powerful round built off by Kenny. That's absolutely sick. So how do now Envy play knowing that NaVi are going to have limited weaponry? That's the next thing. What do they have in mind? Is there a plan they have? Because on maps like Cache, they have scripted run-throughs of how they like to do this, how they approach rounds where they know that the team opposing them will be only on pistols. And it does generally involve a hell of a lot of mollies, clearing out these corners, taking the fights towards others. Good work from Apex, but there is this stack of players waiting just around this corner if he commits to it.
Yeah, Apex won't check this corner that much. No, he does. Just a slight one. He's obviously able to get on towards Zeus in midair, but Guardian can still trade it, and that's exactly what NaVi are looking to do this round. Look at Flamey, the headshot with the P250, but not enough to pick up the kill. Kenny S very, very quick, but again, another trade. It's 1 for 1, and this is what NaVi want to do. Giving the guns away as well. Guardian's been able to get himself an AWP, but Siege will fall, and Happy goes straight over the top of Edward here. Guardian just going to back away and try and hang on to an AWP now and not commit anymore.
Well, for what was not much of money invested overall, that's awesome. Guardian getting away with this, if he does, would be sick. NBK doesn't want to allow it. The shoulder peaks are coming through, and Guardian's like, do it one more time. One more time. Doesn't matter. NBK gets the shot done. Denies that, but I don't know if he's going to get there in time. No. He won't be able to get the gun back for Kenny, and the pause will come out. I'm not sure who this pause will be for at this point.
clever there. Little shoulder picks from MBK and then a very wide pick as well. And Guardian was definitely not ready for it. Played it quite well. So it's a NaVi technical pause.
Yeah.
Tactical one, I guess you should say. Guardian obviously getting 2 kills in that last round as well. I have to decide how they're going to work this buy, I guess, as NaVi want to actually give themselves a bit more breathing room. As EnVyUs, for the most part, have shown to be pretty solid on this T side here. Bear in mind, NaVi only got the first 3 rounds off the back of winning the pistol here. Since then, it's been all red, white, and blue. Now, pause time will be done here. We'll see what NaVi can do with it. Buy-wise as well, it's Zeus with the Mag 7. And we'll see if Zeus buys up actually into a bit more utility here. It doesn't actually look like it, so... No, he's not going to grab any more there, nade-wise as well, so he just wants to be sat. I guess he knows that he's going to be in the enemy's face as well. He's not going to try and set anything up himself. Now the push is towards A for EnVyUs, or at least for now. It's Apex and Kenny sitting back on that A side. Sorry, it's a B push. Guardian smoked very close up here. Tagged heavily through the smoke, and MBK. Free kill and a free AWP away from Guardian.
Oh, that's sick. I don't think he even saw like anything. I don't even know if you could hear that. It was just like the prediction. If I put the smoke down, he might just try it out. But luckily enough, the AWP will drop on their side rather than on the platform. And Zeus is the one who's got 3 players just around that corner. Timing could be everything here. And Apex normally plays the peak for Kenny on this one. He'll step out first and allow Kenny the shot, which is exactly how it goes down. Zeus may punish Apex, but Kenny's still there and they still have a shot in this. Edward is fast on this rotate, though. He's going to already be on site by the time they even get close.
Flamey's done well on the B side. They've actually shut down the EnVy presence on that side of the map, and now NaVi free to rotate through. With Edward already sat there, C's being forced out of cover, and he comes forward, but Edward's there to pick up the pieces, and C's as well gets one on towards Kenny S. It's 3 members of NaVi still standing there as well, and that pause worked a treat. And
I wonder if C's thought about this by giving a kind of a incorrect piece of information almost to EnVy. Like, he broke that little, I guess, I don't know what you call it, like the shutters, almost the kind of like small little gap through. Before, you know, way after Edward had already crossed the site, like, oh, now we're here, so you guys can just cross super quickly and only have to worry about me. That'd be actually a really cool thing that he did if that's the case. But anyway, back in this one, 4-3, very close game now, as you said. Maybe that timeout just working out well. And again, NaVi going to give over, basically drop. No one actively playing that. But this is going to come down to being able to control what EnVy do to take B. They've already cheated over player now. Guardian's there very quickly. So that means he's in the right place. But EnVy have been good at trying to draw players left, right, and center. But Devil, that's a scary peek. He's gone for it. He's made it out completely scot-free. Flamey couldn't see it. He smoked off. And suddenly, there's a bit of a fox amongst the chickens here, and Devil's done all the work, allowing MBK to come out too. And now Flamey's going to try and leap into action, and he does wonderfully. Takes down 2. Bomb is now loose. Zeus gets caught out on the rotate, leaving it just to Flamey, and he's got only 2 HP. And that's not enough to take on the likes of Devil and Happy.
We saw Devil pushing out actually off platform there as well. No one was looking in that direction. NaVi was so preoccupied with what was going on inside drop. Yeah. That we saw even NBK able to push out. And NBK got quick double, and of course Devil was able to finish it off with 3 as well. Don't know what happened there really in terms of NaVi's CT side set up there as well, where their intention was being focused. Eventually I think it was Flamey to come out of Coop and actually get 2 kills back, but they allowed so much progress for EnVy on towards the site that it was already too late.
Kind of worrying, and EnVy are going to go for that quick dirty hit basically, where it's just like straight out, just take fights if you can find them. Don't worry about it. You know they're going to be on limited weapons rather than play down A long like they did before. Just get the bomb plant on B. Last time they actually got pretty caught out on this one. You know, the AWP almost got saved and a lot of money was cost. And now Happy's just like, I can't cross out of here, but if you feed me kills, that's awesome. Great, thank you very much. And now Zeus trying to recover it, not going to do any better. Happy going beast mode.
Yeah, Happy getting taken down very, very low initially to Seized, I think it was, but able to stand tall after that and get himself a kill back. The bomb ticks down and EnVyUs have control. It's just Flamey and Guardian now to try and work their way through halls and get something for this, but it's unlikely that they'll be able to do so. It's MBK replying on towards Guardian, and Kenny S will send Flamey into next round. It's just Edward, who bought nothing this round, so obviously nothing to lose as it follows. Won't have any targets to go for here. He might just sit and start to deliberate with the rest of NaVi as they give the round over to the Frenchman again.
So, we'll look at the scoreboard. That's actually a pretty spread out picture. Kenny's doing well after a couple of big rounds. I think he got 4 in 1 round. So take that from take what you will from that. But Yeah, to be fair, Envy have started to turn around. That one round was picked up after a pause, if I'm not mistaken, from NaVi, so that kind of changed. And now the money's pretty shot. Zeus choosing to go Mag 7 as well. And look at this hold. Look how close they are to choke point on A. But again, Envy are just powering on B. This is sick stuff, but it sees perfect position with this weaponry. If no one's going to flash you out or push you through, then of course he can flourish in that. But there's MBK getting one back. And now they're thinking, where's Flamey? He's normally by chicken coop. What's going on here? No one's in these spots. And just a bit of an awkward read from NaVi.
Yeah, no, NaVi again stacked A, except this time with actual guns, and it hasn't worked out for them so far. It's Happy now trying to duel out inside halls, and he have to back away with, give some ground up as MBK catches Flame as he tries to push out onto his own side, but at least Steez can trade into that one. Happy up on the platform, and Apex out on the statue here. There's 3 NaVi players to come through. It's a great pick from a Guardian as well. The smoke towards Happy could cut him off, but it doesn't matter, as Zeus is able to trade in. And NaVi pay dearly for that round, but they need it. They're going to get the defuse away. Guardian opening that up really, really nicely as well. NaVi had to come back on towards that B site, but the retake ended up working out well for them. So yeah, a weird read, Lauren. I'm not really sure what the initial plan was there for NaVi.
Yeah, NaVi do get away with 2 AWPs. So, not the end of the world. Not sure who's going to take it. Alongside Guardian.
Oh, mate, far from the end of the world. I mean, definitely good.
Yeah, C's going to be running that. Okay. C's got a really nice spawn for long, actually. He doesn't even take it. So, going to head over towards B. And a bit of a different start here for Envy now. You know, they've done with that whole, like, let's bang it into B strat. Let's try something new. Guardian flashed away. And Apex going to pop flash through. I wonder if he's going to be there with Kenny. No, actually, Kenny's further back, and Apex takes a step and just gets absolutely destroyed by Guardian. So now 5v4, the T-side's going to have to recover somewhere on this map, and it's going to be actually pretty hard to do so. Guardian
follows no creed or code when he's in positions like that. He will push you with impunity, and, well, Apex caught with a grenade in his hand, and that didn't go well for Kenny at all. Zeus gets a second bite at the apple, a bit of a reprieve, and he's able to come around the corner and pick it up. Devil at least can pick up the pieces, but he was so low, the Guardian just goes through and cherry picks him right away. Now, NBK and Happy, brilliant. I mean, they're on the B side, but the bomb is way over towards Long. And there's no way they're going to get that one without a fight. Guardian's going to wrap around as well, all the way to T-spawn. Happy might catch a glimpse of him here as well. Oh dear, this could be a bit ugly for Guardian. Down to 25. Happy catches him there at the extreme range. But Edward and Flamey are still there. This might actually turn around. It's a 2v2 now.
Time is going to be the issue here, Mitch. 45 seconds. Now, MBK, if they'd had the bomb, this duo, I actually wouldn't put it past them. They're in a bit of an awkward spot here, and MBK needs to clear these halls. And he's not going to be able to turn in time. Flamey finds him. So yeah, it's time at this point. Happy now needs to hit some ridiculous shots to get around this, because they could sacrifice Flamey almost if they want to. Make him buy the time. And with only 25 seconds left, that's nice though from Happy. That's going to keep things interesting. And Edward, he can't stop him. He can only just get around in the end of time. So now, here we go. Happy needs to be quick on this and has to plant safe for long if he knew this. He doesn't. So where does he plant here? You'd assume Edward would still be by B. Edward plays there all the time, and this is the open plant for long. Edward could see it, but he's not quite there quick enough. And here we go, takes the shot, and it's as simple as you get. Gonna go get the AWP, and then run back around. I'm not sure how far away this AWP is. Not too far. Okay, that's all right. And then he'll come back for the defuse with the kit.
Oh, Happy almost got away with stone cold bloody murder there. That was a very, very awkward little round. Now, after this one, at the conclusion now, NaVi only with one player left, they can at least keep the AWP because their money into the next round is going to be pretty shocking. And obviously, EnVyUs, having lost that one, are going to be in a similar position. So, awkward times here. It's kind of those outlier situations economically we get when it's very much a back and forth kind of game here and both teams go very, very low. EnVyUs are going to still be able to get themselves some AKs here. And it's going to be a Mag 7 for Seized. Plenty of utility, though, for NaVi here as well. So they kitted out fairly well. Kenny S has to go with just the Tech 9 at this stage.
And I always feel bad, you know, the Kenny invests so much into these rounds. It kind of sucks, because you know, it's like, well, how much can you do with that Tech 9?
And how long are you going to be waiting now for an AWP as well?
Yeah. So here we go. Let's take a look at what these guys are bringing into this round. And again, aggressive play to try and get some control over towards A. They've actually singled out Guardian towards danger, and Guardian just about makes it away alive. Apex was hot on their heels. And he's ahead of maybe where they expect them to be. So this could be really interesting. And again, it looks like an A-split coming in. And there we go. Apex is ahead of where they expected. Zeus looking to punish. And I actually don't like the repeat on long like this, because that's how it generally goes down. Apex is doing some serious work here. And now here comes the rest of the split. The 2 players power through by drop. Edward's the next on the line, but he's had to show his hand. So now it's down to a 2v2. They know where one of these players is, as in Edward. But I don't know if they could find Flamey too easily, although he has already been tagged this round.
Edwards doubled back, grabbed himself an AK from drop there, and he's staying for the moment here. So he's still anticipating something at B. The fact is, NaVi have to split this, and Flamey only can hold with an AWP, and it's Apex to take him out from long range. And now EnVyUs are going to ideally flood in towards this side. Edward would love to catch someone on the cross, but he's given away his position now, and Apex will be able to watch that. Although he's tucked around the corner off towards Edward's right. And Edward has a Molotov here. Could possibly shake Devil out of position here as well, but he's trying to isolate this one. Make it 2 1v1 instead of a 1v2. He may not have that option, though, as Devil is going to go down, but Apex steps forward. And that was a brilliant round from Apex as well. From start to finish, you saw his aggression coming through danger. He's ended up with 4 kills.
That's made such a difference, and that's going to reset NaVi as well. You know, they win one after 2 losses. They string it together, so they were able to get that buy, kind of coming back into it. A little shoddy, but enough. But then losing this is like, welcome back to having no money. Isn't it really fun, guys? As you can see, the 5-7 towards Guardian, P250s with Seized and Edward, but that's about it. They've been generally trying to stack on these. And sometimes it's actually worked out pretty well. They've been able to do a lot of damage, but I'm not thinking this is the time for it. As it's like just a train, basically, over towards A. If they can get that rifle away from MBK, that'd be pretty sick, and they're going to do it. No one's going to be able to there to chase or even try and trade that out. Edwards.
Guardian.
Yeah.
Where's the rifle?
He's found it. It's okay. No, wait, what?
I don't think MBK had one there. No, because he was walking back with his P250 out, so... Oh. Anyway, Edward's going to press forward now as well. He manages to catch Happy there as well, but not before both he and Zeus go very, very low here. And they know something is afoot at A, and there's only 3 players left for Envy here. This could be pretty devastating for the Frenchman here as well, but Devil has a good little spot, and he flashes onto Flamey, but somehow through the flash, it's Flamey to catch on towards the head of Apex, and that's been pretty rough for him. Guardian, though, with the pistol, and Devil has to hold on with 9 points of health. Clearly not the right number. 4 more points, and maybe things would have lined up for him properly, but it's Guardian to get the defuse. Lauren, you're going to mess up your hair, mate. Come on.
It's already a mess, Mitch.
Devil got picked just completely there as well. Boosted up on the little on the A bomb side house.
That's ridiculous, Mitch. You should not be losing rounds like that. Like, okay, the fact is, the best part of that is that they saw pretty much everything. They saw the player on long, took him away. They took down MBK, and they're like, okay. And then MBK saw everything. They were like, okay, well, I know what NaVi are doing. They got that, nice big rotate coming, but let's kind of fall for it anyway, guys. Sweet plan. And now Envy have gone on that big force in with a lot more utility than guns. So looking to do maybe that smoke play over the top towards B and just try and like single out players and define the site so the tech lines can work better. So Devil's waiting on that jump off. He likes to do the quick tuck in to try and get the shot behind, like, I guess, quad box or whatever you want to call it. So again, see if he does it. He's looking down. There it is. So he's going to be running out straight away. Going to go straight towards the site, actually. And still gets the shot off. Devil finds Flamey, but it's going to be Zeus coming back into it. It's a bit of a trade out. And Envy are doing damage, but it's not enough. They don't clear out the side too well. And Edward allowed to survive, and now Apex. He went big before, but not into like these point of the rounds. And not when Guardian's behind you with an AWP.
Guardian almost disdainfully flicks his AWP in Apex's direction. The Molotovs, there was a couple, I think, being used by EnVyUs there as well. One on towards the tree boost as well, but I guess they were trying to cancel out the cheeky spots, but the obvious ones there were held by NaVi, and they just did it the old-fashioned way as well. The push out of chicken coop for, I believe it was Seized, was quite important there. And NaVi break back on this round as well. It's been a really interesting half, actually, Lauren. Very much back and forth here. With NaVi also winning, of course, that eco round, or that little save, has really put Envy in a rough spot now as well. Tech 9s, P250. Although the grenades are good, so we'll see if they can get close enough to use them, though. But Guardian's going to pick one out. Devil is the first to forward. Nice little jump across there as well. That player able to get away, but Flamey's going to be there to pick up Kenny S, who his fancy footwork gave him a stay of execution. The Guardian going to seal the deal.
So, I don't know. I want to see what Halvor thinks, because we finally got to see a bit of Envy's T side, and they lost against sometimes NaVi with pistols.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get a little bit of time on this. I don't think we're going to, considering the time of it right now. But I'm hoping we get some time to break that down, because Envy's CT side has actually been pretty decent. Devil's been playing well on it, so it's not a great score, because NaVi aren't bad on their T side, and you'd assume NaVi could do well here. But again, how good is Envy's CT side now they're actually up against it? That's the next big thing we're going to be seeing. And will there be a raid boss drop coming out? No. No fun to be had here.
Sensible play for now. So NaVi now on towards the T side. And We know what Cobble's been like for them. Actually, the last time they played it, they lost to Tempo Storm in IM Katowice, but that was just an incredible story of that team coming out of the woodwork, so don't read too much into it now. They're going to press on towards B, though. Flashed up heavily. Flaming going to come forward now as well. Happy just underneath them, and so is Devil, but Devil drops quickly. Happy trying to trade into this one, but he's completely outgunned by Flamey. And NBK now has to look on from a distance, try and connect the shots, but Seas also gets the drop. Apex at least able to turn it around, but Kenny now has to go out 1v2 in the bomb. It's about to go down, and Kenny is in a pretty average position for this retake, but NaVi may not be aware that he's here.
And it could be a team ace if Guardian gets the kill, which would make me really happy. One player per NaVi getting the kill. But Kenny actually going to get a lot of information quite quickly here that there's no one on the site, so he's going to speed up a bit. And they might not predict him to be this quick on noticing it, but it's going to be probably a plant for long as already Zeus is down there. It is.
A-side retakes from Connector as well can be really painful.
Yeah, unless he hits some one-tabs, Mitch. This is almost such an uphill struggle. It's almost vertical. So now Kenny's going to be clearing out corners as he goes. He's had a little bit of freedom. Goes to a little bit of a nutty shot on that one just to hope to connect, but not the case. He's going to sneak himself through towards site. Guardian remaining calm. Going to get spotted out, and now Kenny knows where both players are, but with 8 bullets left, make it 4 now. He has to hit these one-taps, and they're just not coming along. And 43 HP. He's not got a kid as well. NaVi buying time so well here. The Dukes are beautiful.
Yeah,
Kenny's movement just can chill.
Kenny's movement was really quite nice there, actually, to be fair, but it was NaVi who were able to outfox him and avoid him there. That's an important start, of course. NaVi did win a pistol in the first half. It gave him 3 rounds, and that's where EnVyUs bit back, but I'd be surprised if NaVi allows such a similar situation to occur yet again. I will say this, though, following that first half, and even that last map as well, some more encouraging signs coming away from the Frenchmen who have had a slump, and that's probably putting it lightly if you ask some other people as well. But this is, I think like we said before, both these teams can't really afford to lose another game. EnVy have already lost 5, NaVi have lost 4, and that really pretty much puts you out of that top 4 for finals qualification.
A little bit of a dunk nade there from Flamey, just trying to place it to the feet of Devil. NaVi needs to be careful on this one because, again, what are you walking into here? Do you know? That's why they're going to take the time probably in this. And Siege takes a lot for that, but still, a kill's a kill at this point.
And the Nova hype.
The Nova hype is real. It's no, sort of. It's not the JW. It is Happy, just doing it his own way. He's an independent man. Don't need no auto shotgun. And now he's going to be put to the test. 3 players about to come towards him. Happy hit the shot. Here we go. There's the first, and that's it.
Nothing's more satisfying than hitting that, but Happy's going to need a little bit more than that, unfortunately. Kenny S, though, might have the drop on NaVi. He's come through danger. He's going to have Edward and Zeus in front of him now. He can take his pick, and he does get on towards Edward. Now Zeus turns, and Kenny S gets the second. That's the CZ really getting the job done. And NaVi, fortunately for them, this doesn't derail them completely. They're over at A, but C's has seen far better days.
Where is Devil going? He's like the longest rotate of his life.
I think he thought that it was like a staggered A push from NaVi, and was hoping to come up behind and clean them up. But no, it's B plant.
Oh, the timing. C's was meant to be the easy pick up there. He's only got 6 HP, but Apex on the timing of that just switches over. Now C's gets to swing out again. Devil comes back into it, gets a UMP for his trouble, spots out the final player, but that being Flamey shuts down the round. 3 kills for him in the end, and what was a very treacherous round after what got close after a shotgun incident. And a CZ came out. NaVi started to break ahead of it here. These 2 rounds are going to make them sit in a decent scoreline. Probably going to get the third as there really is minimal investment again from EnVy. And then it just comes down to the gun rounds. And it's going to be a hard one for them to get into because I feel EnVy's final gambit or final play is always the double AWP. And I'm not sure if that's going to get much play on this one.
No, Cobblestone as well, so might have some difficulties there. It is the CT side. NBK actually going to leave drop room now because Edward's going to push forward with a Mac 10. He's going to be cut down as well. Great nade coming in from Devil, and he's going to get 2 for himself, but Guardian picks it back up, and now as well in connector, not able to get it done with a pistol. But NaVi, bit of a very, very rough start here. You notice that 2 Mac 10s have gone over to EnVyUs, but it's only NBK wielding the latter. He will eventually be cut down. So a little bit messier than NaVi would have liked from such a minimal investment from the Frenchman, but they'll still get the round. They'll be 4 away from victory.
Flamey can drop out for Guardian, keep the rifle he had before. I think they only had 2 rifles at the start. They may have had 3. I think it was 2 though. I'm not too certain, but I think that was the case. So again, NaVi going to be okay for money at this point, even though these rounds have been relatively close. Kenny, however, going to suffer and be only on that glass cannon, so not how you want to come into this. And Devil made the most of that last round as well, so he's not exactly having a bad game, but they need to stem the bleed elsewhere, as MBK's going to be one greeted and great damage with that nade. Sees Zeus and Guardian feeling the brunt of that. And this could be massive.
Medium. But great damage against armored targets with the nade as well. That's exactly what you want.
What is that, Molly?
Not sure. That was probably the one they were trying to get.
Yeah, but now it's slowed it down, and
Yep.
Apex is actually rotated. This is the problem. Now they got more information coming through. They're actually losing out on some kills here, but Apex finding the player on platform has removed that threat. Said, all right, guys, you focusing on the ones on drop. Don't you dare let them out of this room.
Oh, nice from Kenny there as well. Picks up Guardian, and Apex eventually coming around from behind is going to clean up Zeus there as well. Now, NaVi, money-wise, have built up enough of a buffer to not stress too much about the economic situation in this round. Zeus will have to go for a Tech 9. No double AWP yet for EnVyUs. NVK on the Famis, and he's spent. But EnVyUs happy enough with what they managed to do here as well. And NaVi, have to be careful. Edward actually on a Tech 9 himself, so not great. But again, we've seen NaVi do more with less in this particular match. Don't put it past him.
True, and Edward and Zeus can just like play and drop if they need to or something like that. But actually, they're the ones taking long-range fights with Tech 9s. Or Zeus isn't, but Edward is. I guess just watching for that push, and Devil's going to be very, very present towards platform. He gets himself up there, backs away, fends it off. It looks like maybe an A split being formed here if Flamey and Seized keep their presence towards drop. They're going to try and cut people over from the rotate, cost some time, but actually Apex playing this spot is going to make it a little bit difficult, and I love this position from Kenny. If he goes into the side room as well, he has this nice little peek between the stairs that he likes to fall back to, especially when there's smoke in play. But MPK goes down. It's now 2-2 on each site, and there's the trade-out coming in. Guardian's now looking for the follow-up, but it's Kenny quicker on the trigger. And there we go. Kenny even saw the follow-up on long as well, so Kenny knows there's more targets here. He knows to not read into whatever, you know, clever ruse they might have brewing, but will he be in the right place at the right time? And NaVi are rotating.
Edward had to duck back into underpass and get a gun as well. That was quite risky, but Kenny was actually looking towards long at the time, expecting maybe a bit of a rotation through danger. So Edward actually gets himself a decent gun here. But NaVi's tools for dissecting a bomb site are very, very limited here, and you can see Devil just going to be waiting for the push out. A good little late round position. Will it work? No, Edwards finds his head. He does go very, very low, but now it's Happy and Kenny is going to make their way through connector. And Seized, not sure if he wants to go back through drop. It's actually Happy's going to be very, very close by, but somehow, I don't even know how Happy saw that. I really don't know, but he still gets on towards Seized. Edward falls. Flamey hoping for at least a plant here. I think EnVyUs are going to concede that at the very least. And now Flamey back behind the statue. One off to the right. That's a flick and a half. And now it's going to be Kenny S as well, coming straight at this statue. Going to give away his position as well. Flamey knows where he's going to be right now. 43 points of health. Kenny S is looking healthy, and Flamey gets it done. 2 kills at the death of things. And NaVi bring it back. It's 13-7. 6 rounds lead, and that is a devastating round to lose for EnVyUs.
13 plays to 7 now. The problem, look at this. This flick is ridiculous. Bam. That is nuts. Now the follow-up's even, you know, pretty impressive, but Kenny gives away his position in this one. Yeah. Shoots a little bit here, and you know, Flamey was still guessing a bit. Timing came in, and he adjusted so well. As soon as he saw the head, 3 shots. And look at the money for Envy. It's just so shoddy at the moment. They're still not ever going to get close to that really nice double AWP that they can play, and NaVi know that they're against a slightly more broken down team, and C's going to find out Devil.
That's how Guardian went down last half, so justice is done. Apex so aggressive, flashed himself in towards underpass there. And actually not seeing Guardian, because Guardian backed away, wisely enough. And he'll go to long now, or up it. Molotov out in front of him at this stage. We're just trying to find something with the Galil. And MBK will be the drop man as well. It's going to be a pushing by Flamey as well. He expected that to be a flash, actually. It was a smoke, and he turned away from it. And that's what allowed Flamey to come down on top of him and clean him up. Clever there, a little bit of mind games. Happy they're just going to get bowled over. It's just 2 left for EnVyUs here.
And the same old storyline with NaVi is like, who then steps up with Guardian? And I think we found out in the last couple of rounds it has been Flamey doing pretty darn well for himself. But here we go. NaVi going to just focus in on that B side again. Sees just sprays in and catches up Kenny. Now Apex left in a 1v3. Seized, gonna peek. Gonna maybe walk into a bit of a trap here, and that could be an AK recovered for Apex.
Oh, he's dropped down.
Nice, there we go. So he gets himself an AK. But I doubt he's going to get much play towards his site here. He certainly shouldn't do.
No, he gives himself away there. Trying to fire through the door. This is Guardian well and truly on the other side of the bomb now. Guardian has himself an AK. And Edward with the Galil still, but yeah, we're going to see Apex back away and try and hold on to this gun. He has armor and a smoke as well. Yeah, money-wise for EnVyUs, it's not a pretty situation here as well. NaVi are just starting to get their nose out in front as well, and it's becoming a little bit more oppressive for EnVyUs to try and fight against this particular total. It's been a long best of 2 for them here. I'd hate to go down with only 7 in the pocket, but NaVi aren't going to give them too much choice now. 2 rounds away from victory. Flamey, Season, and Guardian, I mean, all playing incredibly well. Season that last round as well, 2 MP7 kills I think he got himself, and that really opened things up.
Yeah, it means he can keep dropping weapons out, as both economies are pretty low, because these rounds have been getting close. But NaVi getting a couple of bomb plants here and there is making it a little more robust, and EnVy forcing into this with everything they have, pretty much. You've got CZs, 5.7s, armor, the rifle, obviously on Apex, not too surprising. And Guardian's just gone walkabouts. Can we just see where Guardian is, please, for a second? How is he up here without even being spotted? Kenny's going to just walk in it, but this is going to be the go signal now. Devil's going to be like, okay, well, now I'm kind of screwed here, guys, because there's a lot of players coming my way, but he's handling it well until he leaps into the loving arms of Edward, who will happily greet him. MBK going to have to try and take the fight with the 5.7, not quite ideal, but the last 2 plays for EnVy actually have a lot of utility and 2 very good guns.
Sheldon peeking the door for MBK actually was what got him killed there. He gave away his position, could have just come straight through as he wasn't anticipated to be coming out there, but Apex just gets the spray down on towards Edward. But there's the knife. Sees sat behind Happy, and that is definitely going to be a spirit breaker and probably a back breaker too. Not a lot of money left on EnVyUs now to work with. And it'll be Apex at least could buy up an N4, but this is it. Last round, and NaVi just... Well, adding insult to injury, I think, is the best way to put it there, Lauren.
Yeah, at that point, especially for Happy, he's just sat there, like, super frustrated. The knife has happened. All right, and NaVi going to switch things up. 4-1 split, 4 players towards A early. Apex might be able to hear a lot of these steps coming through because they're not exactly being subtle about it. And Edward's just going in. This, he doesn't care if there's opponents left, right, or center. He just wants to walk up to this site and get in towards it. He spots out one crossing in, so he knows where Kenny is now. But there's still Apex, and Apex can be the thorn in their side, but he's just caught at the wrong time. Edward makes mincemeat of the one player who had a rifle towards EnVy, and that's not recoverable, and Zeus just powers forward. MBK falls, and it's down to 2.
Yeah, it looks like NaVi won't be stopped here. It's going to be Devil now just trying to hold on, but he is taken down by Guardian, and Kenny stands tall, but unfortunately the rest of EnVyUs now concede that game over. It was 16-11 to start things off with, but no, Cobblestone not even remotely close in terms of what EnVy could do. NaVi convincingly close it out. I don't feel, Lauren, that the scoreboard tells a lot of the story in this game, though, as well. We talked about it. We said the economy's never really stabilised for either team here, but still only 7 rounds for EnVy is definitely not a great scoreline.
But the thing being, a couple of those rounds where EnVy lost were against pistols, and I kind of worry when EnVy are doing that because it kind of looks a little like sloppy almost. Because NaVi aren't exactly known for those massive, crazy, really effective investments into. Not much, it's EnVy who normally do it, and they normally have these really well planned out, like anti-ecos, I guess you could call them at this point. You look at Cash, their T-side is sick, the mollies come out perfectly, they clear the corners, there you have it, but not this time, not in the right mindset maybe, or just not having the same sort of presence against NaVi on Cobble.
Not at all. I'm sure, though, our desk has a little bit to say about that one as well. They've had a bit of time to look it over in between bites of pizza, but Alex and Halvor, take it away, gents.
Wiping that pizza from away from my mouth.
Yeah,
we've got to go ahead.